Yasu Malagedo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Sonic the Hedgehog. Ladies and gentlemen, not since Speedy Gonzales has a little animal done so much with such precision, such grace, and such lightning speed. Sonic the Hedgehog was pretty much Sega Genesis' answer to Nintendo. I grew up as a 90s kid. I'm more of a Nintendo kid, but at the same time, I still respected the Sega. A lot of games were just better on Sega Genesis. Mostly sports games. For some reason. I have no idea why. It's just the way it worked out. But Sonic was basically to Sega as Mario was to Nintendo. Now, how did Sonic the Hedgehog get to be such a big character all the way to in the year 2020 and become its own movie? Who knows? Maybe it could revamp the video game movie franchise. We all know what happened to the Mario movie. We're gonna bring that shit up again. All right, please, let's just let that the rest. You know, it's fun to watch the odd time, if you're really blitzed. I get it. But at the same time, there's not that many good video game movies. So, let's get started. And, as always, as this Malaka likes to do, he goes to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Sonic the Hedgehog is a Japanese video game series for media franchise created by Sonic Team and owned by Sega. The franchise centers on Sonic, an anthropomorphic blue hedgehog who battles the evil Dr. Eggman, a mad scientist. For once, I just want to come across a happy scientist. But anyways, the word I said before, anthropomorphic, I actually had to look up even how to pronounce it. And that means it's the attribution of human traits, emotions, or intentions to non-human entities. It is considered to be an innate intensity of human psychology. Just wanted to give you a little bit extra because even I didn't know that. Anyways, the main Sonic the Hedgehog games are platformers developed by Sonic Team. Other games developed by various studios include spin-offs set in the racing, fighting, party, and sports genres. The franchise also incorporates printed media, animations, a 2020 feature film, and merchandise. Now, keep in mind, I actually ended up seeing the movie about a week before it came out. I won a contest on tribute.ca there. We're going to get more into that in a little bit. But yeah, that's how far it's come along. So as you can see, the franchise has basically been a huge hit for Genesis. Like I said, I grew up a Nintendo kid. Some people prefer Genesis, back and forth, Mario can run really fast. Sonic can run at lightning blue speed. So it was just, it was almost like I think of it like this. Like Coca-Cola has been around forever, and then Pepsi came out, and ironically, Pepsi was also blue, and, it's just a new thing to compete, against something that's been there since the beginning of time. So that's all it is. It's just some friendly competition. Who's faster, Mario or Sonic? Who's faster, Flash or Superman? I don't give a shit. Just pick whatever you want. Pick whatever makes you happy. The first Sonic game, released in 1991 for the Sega Genesis, was developed after Sega requested a new mascot character to replace Alex Kidd and compete with Nintendo's mascot Mario. Obviously, I just fucking said that. But I have no idea who Alex Kidd is. Is he related to Jason Kidd? Who knows? Let's see here. Alex Kidd is a video game character whose popularity peaked during the late 1980s and who was the protagonist of both a series of video games released by Sega and their fictional universe, as well as numerous spin-offs such as novelizations and comics. Clearly, whoever designed him definitely had that 70s feel. I mean, look at those mutton chops. Kind of looks like, I don't know, like if Mega Man had a brother that didn't want to, make a costume as cool, I guess. Huge ears. I think Sonic, I think they definitely made the right decision with this one. But anyways, its success helped Sega become one of the most leading video game companies during the 16-bit era of the early 1990s. Now, we all know about the 16 bits. It was about 8 bits, 16 bits, whatever, fucking later on 64 bits, whatever. It was just a matter of, okay, what's the better graphics? Growing up, we didn't give a shit. We just heard, whatever bits, and we just thought it was cool, and, we just needed more for some reason. But as we all know, more doesn't exactly equal out to better. Again, it depends what woman you ask. The point is, you pick one, you pick the other. Either way, they're good games. Still a Nintendo kid. I don't give a shit. Anyways, Sega Technical Institute developed the next 3 Sonic games, in addition to Sonic Pinball, which was released in 1993. After a hiatus during the unsuccessful Saturn era, the first major 3D Sonic game, Sonic Adventure, was released in 1998 for the Dreamcast. Sega excited the console market and shifted to third-party development in 2001, continuing the series on Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation systems. See, even Sonic had to join the Nintendo party. It doesn't matter. Back in the day, you used to compete against each other. People would battle rap. Now everybody just gets along. It doesn't matter. It's all about making money, plain and simple. Sonic games feature recurring elements such as the health system, locations, and speedy gameplay. Games typically feature Sonic setting out to stop Eggman's schemes as it's pronounced, for world domination, and the player navigates levels that include springs, slopes, bottomless pits, and vertical loops. While Sonic and Eggman were the only characters introduced in the first game, the series would go on to have a large cast of characters. Some, such as Miles Tails Prowler, which I didn't even know he had a first and last name. I don't know. I never bothered to look it up. Knuckles, the Enchilada, Enchilada. I gotta learn how to pronounce these words, guys. I'll do it later. And Shadow the Hedgehog started in self-titled spin-offs. The franchise has also been represented in crossovers, like the Sega All-Stars and Super Smash Bros. Series. Now, if you know anything about the Super Smash Bros. Series, I've seen a little bit of it. It's pretty cool. They just include everybody. Again, everybody's just getting along these days. There's no competition, You can't beat them, join them. More money. Sonic the Hedgehog is Sega's flagship franchise and one of the best-selling video game franchises, selling 89 million by March 2011 and grossing over 5 billion by 2014. The sum of the series sales and free-to-play mobile games downloads totaled 920 million by 2019. Several Sonic games appear on lists of the greatest games of all time, and the series has influenced internet and popular culture, as well as games featuring animal mascots. However, Sonic games have also been criticized for a perceived decline in quality over the years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't know that. I remember the first time I was introduced to Sonic. It was at my cousin's house. And back in the day, we weren't introduced yet to a car license or alcohol. So what did we do in the early 90s? We played video games. We weren't going outside. that fad was done in the 80s. So he introduced me to a little system called Sega Genesis. And for the first time, I played Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog, like I said before, it's just a way faster version of Mario. I'll be completely honest with you. I like the game. It's okay. But it gets very repetitive. It does. I mean, it's just, speed, go, 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 go. You get a whole bunch of rings. The purpose of these rings is just to keep you alive. According to the movie, what I saw was he was able to save these rings. They were given to him by some kind of owl. I know, it's like an acid trip. Anyways, so he tossed the ring out there, and then he gets to, port into somewhere else in the world or Earth or I don't know, wherever the fuck. And and the game's, it's just more about speed. It looks cooler, I guess. Blue's my favorite color, one of my favorite colors, of course. I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. We all know that struggle already. But it's okay. I mean, it's cool. It's just different ways of, getting speed, I guess. Going through hoops, and I don't know. A lot of times it's like you're playing a fast version of the circus or something. But it's an alright game. I don't mind it. I think I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I am a Nintendo kid, so again, maybe I'm used to a certain speed and certain power-ups and shit, but it's cool. I enjoyed it. It was all right, and they made a shitload of games for it. And keep in mind, it was the early 90s, and these games were everywhere. So one after another. I mean, look at the titles here. They got Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, 16-bit. Then they got Sonic the Hedgehog, 8-bit. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 8-bit. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 16-bit. Sonic the Hedgehog CD, Sonic Chaos. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble. Knuckles Chaotic. Sonic Blast. Sonic Boom. No, that's not a game. Sonic the Hedgehog Pocket Adventure. Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance 2. Sonic Advance 3. Sonic Rush Adventure, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 1. I guess this is where he teams up with Star Wars. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 2, sure. And Sonic Mania. Wow. Oh, no, there's more, sorry. 3D platforms, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow of Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Now taking it back to basics. Sonic and the Secret Rings. I don't know, they're everywhere in the games. I don't know how much of a secret it is. Sonic Unleashed. Sonic and the Black Knight. Okay, medieval. Sonic Colors. Sonic Generations. Sonic Lost World. Sonic Forces. Okay, that looks, no, there's more racing games. Holy shit. Sonic Drift. Sonic Drift 2. Sonic R. I guess the world wasn't ready for Sonic PG. Sonic Racing Shift Up. Sonic Racing Kart. Sonic Kart 3DX. Sonic Riders. Sonic Rivals. Sonic Rivals 2. Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic Free Riders, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, Team Sonic Racing. Oh, holy fuck. And that's it. No, that's not it. Arcade games, sure, why not? Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Car. What the fuck? Sonic, the Sega Sonic, the Hedgehog. Sorry, I didn't want to, mispronounce that. Sega Sonic. There you go. Cosmo Fighter Galaxy Patrol. Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop. I make some money on the side, I guess. Sonic the Fighters. Sonic Athletics. Okay. That holy fuck. Educational games. Fuck. Educational games. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog's Game World. Tails and the Music Maker. What? Sonic's Schoolhouse. School. What? Other spin-offs: Sonic Eraser, Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Tails Sky Patrol, Tails Adventure, Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic Shuffle, holy shit, Sonic Tennis, Sonic Golf, Sonic Fish, come on, Sonic Fishing, really? Fuck off. Sonic Billiards, what? Good Friend KO. Okay. Sonic Bowling. Yeah, you might as well. Sonic Pinball Party. Sonic Battle. Sonic Jump. Sonic Speed DX. Sonic's Casino Poker. Okay, I think we're starting to run out of ideas, guys. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Okay. I don't know. I guess this is when like the Flintstones met the Jetsons or something. Now it's in Greece, I guess. Okay. Sonic Jump 2. Sonic at the Olympic Games. I guess Mario didn't make the cut. Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. Okay, so Mario needed a rest, I guess. Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. This is a hell of a partnership. Sonic Dash. Mario and Sonic at the Sochi, I don't know how to pronounce this, guys, sorry. 2014 Olympic Winter Games. Sonic Jump Fever. Sonic Boom. Rise of Lyric. Sonic Boom. Shattered Crystal. Sonic Runners. Sonic Dash 2. Sonic Boom. Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Do they even have passports? Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Tokyo 2020. Sonic... sorry, I was just so used to saying that. Okay, and I think the last one. Tokyo 2020 Sonic at the Olympic Games. Oh... Wow. Fuck. Compilations. Okay. Sonic Classic 3-in-1. Sonic and Knuckles Collection. Sonic Jam. Sonic Mega Collection. Sonic Gems Collection. Sonic PC Collection. Sonic Classic Collection. And, wow. I think this is the last one. It says canceled games. So I guess holy fuck. Sonic the Hedgehog, which I don't, for a Mega, sure. Sonic's Edusoft. Sega Sonic Brothers. I guess Mario took that idea. Sister Sonic. Okay. Sonic Jr. Oh, sorry, Sonic Jr. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sonic Crackers. Sonic Extreme. Sonic Extreme. Actually spelled Extreme. The first one was spelled with the X. Now you get the shit. And Sonic DS. Wow. Okay. So as you could see, listen, I only remember the first game. You know, you remember you speed, get some rings. You know, you fight a guy who looks like Humpty Dumpty with a fucked up mustache. That's it. That's all I remember, guys. That's it. Okay? I also remember reading an old episode, not episode, I don't know, it was an episode log, whatever, a comic book in the Disney Adventure books. And he told the story how he met this scientist, whatever. He was brown, skinned before, with the spikes and all that. Still had the look, whatever. But, he ended up burrowing in the guy's laboratory, I think. And then he came across some shit. And all of a sudden he became blue and supersonic and bada bing, bada boom. That's it. That's what happened, guys. That's it. But it was a good strategy on Sega Genesis' part. Like, just come up with something faster, something that looks cool. You know, like the whole like spike haired look. I mean, that was very, late 80s, early 90s look. I mean, you could tell like that was influenced by, that era or whatever. And yeah, that's it. Except for these 25 facts that I'm about to list off here. The only reason Sonic can't swim is because one of the game's original programmers, Yuji Naka, wrongly assumed hedgehogs lacked any aquatic capabilities. As this video proves, they're actually quite capable in the water. Which I didn't know that either. Listen, I was still pissed off when I played the first Nintendo Turtles game, and I don't know, for some reason they're in the sewer, and every time they jump in the water, they can't fucking swim, and then they got to start the level over. I don't know, nothing made sense in the 80s, 90s. Anyways, Yuji Naka also said that Sonic needs at least 8 hours of sleep or less. His ability to run will be affected. Sure. In Sonic the Hedgehog CD, everybody's favorite speedster will commit suicide if you leave him alone long enough, jumping off the stage into almost certain oblivion. That's disturbing. Okay. Sonic's iconic blue hue stems from Sega wanting their new mascot to be the same color as the logo. Makes sense. All the way back in 1993, Sonic became the first video game character to have a balloon at New York's world-famous Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Cool. Before being named Sonic, Sega used the internal code name Mr. Needlemouse. Sounds like a porn name. To identify the character. Fortunately, that quite literal take on the Hedgehog's appearance didn't stick. Thank God. Sega was intentionally worried that no one in the US would know what a hedgehog was, causing the game to flop overseas. Mercifully, they were wrong. Like I said before, you can make anything look cool and gimmicky, it'll sell. That's it. True to the blue. In 1990, Sega set out to design a new mascot that could compete with Nintendo's world-famous plumber, Mario. I said this already. Fuck it, I'll say it again. Its then major character, Alex Kidd, had the required impact and changed the pace that was needed. Thus, Sonic was born. I already said that. I'm tired. Sonic was picked as the new face of Sega after it ran an in-house design competition to see who could come up with the most likable mascot. Naoto Onshima won the contest with his now globally recognized spiky blue hedgehog. Boom. That's it. Despite those competitive origins, in 2013, Sega agreed a deal with Nintendo to produce 3 Sonic titles exclusively for the company's console roster. Like I said before, it's all about money. The classic Sega intro took up 1/8 of the original game's cartridge space, meaning a single 4-second sound needed more storage space than the entire levels. Sega! Although it's never been explicitly confirmed by Sega, anonymous sources have reported that Michael Jackson, yes, the king of pop himself, worked on the soundtrack to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic's first ever appearance in a video game was as an air freshener. What? The Hedgehog made his name debut dangling from a car mirror in Sega's 1991 arcade racer, Arcade Rad Mobile. I did not know that. I did not know that. Sonic's nemesis, Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, if you're picky, was almost the star of the show before Sega reproposed the character's original design to turn him into the villain. Okay, Sonic has showed up in a number of cartoons, TV shows, and comics, but perhaps his strangest appearance happens in the Sonic Underground animated series, which depict the Blue Hedgehog as the leader of his own band. Guys, like I said, they will take a franchise sometimes and just bleed the shit out of it. I mean, if Sonic can sing, they will figure something out for him. Designer Naoto Oshima has admitted that his drawing of Sonic were inspired by combining the head of Felix the Cat with the body of Mickey Mouse. I could see that. I mean, Felix the Cat, for those of you who don't know, was an old cartoon back in the day, and he had a bag of tricks. And in his bag, he had, I don't know, he had everything from, gadgets to, weed, I guess. I don't know. And, Mickey Mouse, we all know who Mickey Mouse is. He represents, the whole Disney family there, And, let's change up the color. It explains the white gloves. I don't know. But then again, every cartoon back in the day had white gloves for some reason. I don't know why. I think they said it had something to do with the animation and just shows up better on camera. And, the red shoes. It's a nice Wizard of Oz touch. Despite the fact that this year marks Sonic's 25th anniversary, the Hedgehog himself is only 15 years old. We guess that means he hasn't aged since 1991. Very droll. Running is the name of Sonic's game, but just how quickly can he move? It depends who you ask, but it is generally accepted that he can run as fast as, if not faster, than the speed of sound. Whoa. Originally, Sonic was supposed to have visible fangs and the human girlfriend named Madonna. But Sega decided to soften up the character for American audiences by removing those features. We're going to get into the whole fucked up teeth thing from the movie in a little bit. But yeah, good way of not getting sued by Madonna. Since 1991, Sonic has appeared in over 50 games. I'm pretty sure I read off way fucking more than that. But anyways, and will appear next in Lego form alongside the likes of Golem, Batman, Harry Potter, and Doctor Who in Lego Dimensions. Ooh. You probably know this happy little fox as Tails. But did you know his full name? Miles Tails Prowler? Yeah, because I already read that shit. Sonic is a hedgehog. Tails is a fox. And Knuckles? He's an Enchinada? An egg-laying mammal from the Americans. Spiny, like a hedgehog, it has a powerful set of claws for digging. But no, it can't glide. Or can it? I don't care. According to Sonic the comic, nice, Sonic's color and super speed are the result of a lab accident. Yeah, I covered that too. The mascot that almost was, while looking for a new mascot, one idea tabled by the Sega team was Feel the Rabbit. Feel the Rabbit. That sounds like a sex move. Look, if you look at the old cartoons or animations of it, it looks like shit. I don't know. It kind of looks like if Mickey Mouse and Goofy had a kid. Anyways, and lastly, the Sonic legacy isn't over yet. The Sonic team made this announcement, roughly translated on the 22nd of June. I'm assuming last year. We at Sonic Team are developing a completely new game, as well as developing a full movie, actively done by Sony Pictures, and animation on Sonic Boom. We are also ready to improve sponsor ties. The most important thing is not the fact the series survived for 25 years, but how many games were developed. Yeah, I know, I wasted 5 minutes on that. Our goal added something new and overcome any potential hardships. Ooh. I have no idea what the fuck that means. The point is that it has been around for a very long time. Like I said before, that whole teeth incident with the movie, that seemed to be the biggest complaint. They released a trailer a while ago, way before the movie. And I'm not going to lie to you, I don't remember Sonic having teeth. I just remember the whole speed thing and the rings and all that shit. But yeah, it was extremely distracting. So they had to go back and fix it. Yeah, it definitely looks way better now. Not as scary. It was actually so bad that I remember someone made a reference there when Eddie Murphy was hosting Saturday Night Live. He made a fucked up cake on one of the skits, and it was a Sonic the Hedgehog cake. It looked nothing like him, but they did put those big ass fake teeth there. And someone made a point saying it's symbolizing, how much they fucked up. And later on they fixed it. So, yeah. Echidna. Echidna. I pronounced it Echidna. Yeah, so I was pretty off on that one. I just wanted to correct myself. Anyways, so I saw the movie about a week ago. Won some free passes. I said, you know what? It's not really my thing. It's more of a kid's movie. But you know what? I'm going to check it out. You know why? Because Jim Carrey's in it. I did a podcast on Jim Carrey. All three of my listeners enjoyed it. And I have to see what Jim Carrey can do with this role. But it's funny, too, because when you see him in the poster, Jim Carrey's a very thin guy. This one, like he's got a different mustache. He's got the different hair, So I'm like, he looks nothing like the bad guy. So I don't know if they're just doing this to make it better in the movie or whatever. But, anyways. So I go downtown there. I live in good old Toronto, go to good old Dundas Square. I haven't been to that theater in a very long time. I forgot how many escalators. It literally feels like you're going to heaven. I mean, by the time you take that ninth escalator to go up to the theater, I mean, you're like, okay, yeah, this better be good. So go there with a friend. I give them the pass there, and they just let you in. Now, I'm really surprised because I'll be honest, I've been to a couple screenings, and back in the day, they would like take your phone, they put it in a Ziploc bag, you can get it after, and then there was a point where, they had to like give you kind of a pat down with the metal detector there, so this one, they just like basically let you in. I mean, they didn't really give a shit. I was kind of surprised. But yeah, go in there. The theater was pretty packed. They were giving away some prizes in the beginning there. The second one, I'm pretty sure I won that. I just yelled out, Sega Genesis! And, because that's the system he was with. And, but that's okay. Let the little kids have their prize. It's cool. I get it. But here's the thing you got to keep in mind. When you go to a screener, just keep to yourself. Just, sit there, enjoy, watch the movie. It's very comfortable seats. You get the recline back. I always like to sit in the back middle row. You see everything there. It's nice, you know. And of course, they got a couple people, a couple guards there in front, making sure no one records this movie. That seems to be a problem nowadays with people just bootlegging movies. It was also weird. I was talking to my friend, next to me there. And for some reason, the person on the right of me, he kept interrupting us. Like he kept, being in the conversation, which I didn't mind. I mean, it made it more funny. I kind of just rolled with it. But at the same time, again, guys, just when you're at a movie theater, if you want to show up by yourself, that's cool. I get it. But just focus on what's in front of you, not what's on the left, not what's on the right. If you want more details on that, check out my podcast on the movies there, going to the movies and all that shit, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, one of the greatest things about going to a screener, and I totally forgot how desensitized we are just going to movies nowadays, is that they dim down the lights, the movie starts right away. That's it. No commercials, no previews, no bullshit things about points or contests. Just start the movie. Boom, that's it. Like I feel like just getting up and applauding right there. So that was beautiful. All right, so boom, that's already a half hour saved in my life. That's awesome. So the movie starts off, with Sonic there in the little world there, doing the loop-de-loops there, whatever. And like I told you about the teeth thing before, here's my thing. I'm pretty sure they fixed the rest of the movie like after that, but like the beginning scene there where he's in his own little paradise there, whatever. I think the teeth were still kind of fucked up. I don't know if it's just me, but and then like I think they fixed it like way later on after that. Maybe it has something to do with different effects or whatever. Because after that he was in the human world, whatever. And I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but whatever. Yeah, it's like I said before. I mean, like his mother's an owl or something like that. I don't know. Like it reminded me of the owl from Zelda there on 64. I don't know. It was fucking trippy. And the same, yeah, a little better animation, I guess. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, so the whole point of this is, there's a cop in a small town there. I don't know. He wants to move away. I don't know, whatever. I don't know, become a cop or some shit. I don't know. And he comes across Sonic eventually, and I don't know, they become good friends and whatever. And of course, Jim Carrey does a great job. I mean, the two main people in the movie are Jim Carrey and the guy who played I don't know, the guy with the shades in X-Men there, the original one, the one from 2000 there, whatever. I don't know. Seems like a good dude. And but Jim Carrey, he killed it. He was great. I mean, every time Jim Carrey's on screen, he's gonna, do a great job with it. There's a funny scene in the movie where he's just like dancing. I mean, it's got nothing to do with the movie. It's just funny. That's all. I think they do that on purpose. They're like, okay, worst case scenario, if the movie's not that well received, then it's got its funny parts and whatever. It's like when you saw the Ninja Turtle movie. I mean, the one with Michael Bay there. I mean, okay, but at least they got that scene where they're dancing in the elevator. That's it. So, yeah, they go through a whole bunch of shit there. Jim Carrey's trying to get the Mr. Sonic there. And, yeah, like, I don't want to give away the ending or something, but it does, like, set it up for a sequel. I feel like it's one of these movies where, they did just enough to, satisfy, the people that are going to go see it. And, hopefully they're going to hope it's a bigger hit. And they'll definitely put way more into the second one. So that's not to say this movie was bad. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it was good for a kid's movie. Is anything mind-blowing or anything, when you saw like Terminator 2 or The Matrix for the first time? No. But it's a cute little movie. I liked it. And it's got the one song with Wiz Khalifa, Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Yachty, and Suko the Child, Speed Me Up. They play that at the end. I've learned over the years, if you want a hit song from a soundtrack, you just get Wiz Khalifa. This one, Ninja Turtles, Fast and the Furious, get him, and you're gonna make some extra money for sure. Yeah, so overall, like I said, it's a good little kids movie. I like it, and if they make a second one, yeah, I'll check it out. Why not? As long as I get free passes again. So, what can we say? I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog, like I said, it's like Sega Genesis is Pepsi and Nintendo's Coca-Cola. Actually, now that I think about it, Nintendo Red, Pepsi Blue. Like, is that a coincidence or what? Sorry, I'm literally just thinking this right now. So, but anyways, yeah, I recommend you see the movie. And yeah, I don't know what the future is for Sonic. I mean, we will see what happens after this weekend. It's being released. No, it got released yesterday. So, yeah, if it does well, sure they'll make a sequel. And there you go. It doesn't show any signs of slowing down anyway. Like I said, it's been around forever. So, yeah, you know, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I love that movie. But all I'm trying to say is, like, is it a psychological thing with Sonic? Maybe that's why he's moving fast. I don't know. Am I really talking about this about a video game? I don't know. Maybe, did they mean for us to talk about it like this? I don't know. There's even a moving scene in the movie where I don't want to give anything away, but he kind of realizes like he's kind of by himself in his own little world, and I don't know. Maybe that's kind of the point of this. I mean, like you can move as fast as you can in life and do all this shit, but if you don't got good people around you, then what's the point, right? So, look at me being all philosophical. But anyways, good luck to the Sega Genesis franchise in the future. Not that they need it, but yeah, let's see what else Sonic has in store. Will they make another movie? Time will tell. But I would still like to see these three people race in the Olympics, which, judging by all the games they've made, it's very possible this could happen one day. Superman, The Flash, and Sonic the Hedgehog.